Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Welcome back into Grasshopper live sessions. We are back in 2026. It will be a first session. We had a break after the Revit series. Now we are coming back with the programming in AEC project about coding, about Python, C#, and Grasshopper. And today we have C# wizard. Marcin, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I hope you hear me well as well.
How you doing? How you doing? Marcin had the Achilles injury, and now
rupture.
you are stuck in the house. How long are you going to have injury, like going on the crutches?
I think it will be 2 months more with the not be able to stand on my leg, and then we will see. So I have a lot of time to code right now.
Yeah, I wish you all the best. We have people here. We have Ivan. Nice to see you. Hello. If you can just let us know if you can hear us and see the screen. We will start in just 1 minute with our coding session. So please write on the chat if you can hear us well. We have sent you, for those who have registered on our landing page, we sent the guide, what you're supposed to have installed, all the instructions. Marcin also recorded the video. If you haven't installed, it's not a problem. You can do it right now. Just check your email. If you still haven't get any emails, please register on learngrasshopper.com/vibecoding and you will get all the instructions. You can, in this session, you can just follow along and you can repeat this session afterwards. So today we are going to build first components in Grasshopper, and we are going to use AI with ChatGPT and Copilot. Am I right, Marcin?
Yeah, we will try maybe 2 or 3 AI agents, or I will try to show small differences, but we will use the GitHub Copilot, definitely.
And what about other tools? What is your experience about that?
Well, it's experience. Like I was trying, or I was checking most of them. I think Cloud, it's really good right now, and maybe the main part of the vibe coding we will do with the Cloud agent. The Gemini, I think it's not perfect for the coding, although it has a really good interconnection with the interoperability with the Google AI piece, so that's definitely something good. I think also the OpenAI, so the ChatGPT things are also quite good. So especially the Codex versions 5.1. So.
Perfect. Okay, I will share my screen right now so you can see it. We have lots of people here. Hello, Pulari. Nice to Michael. Nice. Lots of great people. Greetings from New Zealand. Oh my God, that's crazy. How it's supposed to be really early, really late in New Zealand. All right. So let's start it. As always, we are live on LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook. I will be really grateful if you could share this event with your friends, give a like, make a comment, be active. It will really help us today. Session, it will be about 2 hours. We are going to have Q&A session, and at the end, recording will be available to watch later. So link will be available at learngrasshopper.com/vibecoding. It's also streamed on YouTube, so you can pause in every second and just come back to the live session later on. So. As I said at the beginning, you can follow what Marcin is doing, but as AI agents are different and they can work different for use cases. So be careful on that one. And we are going to share all our results, what kind of plugin we will create. And this is Marcin's going to talk more about that. And as always, write your questions. We are here to help you. I'm going to kindly interrupt Marcin in between. If you have any questions, please let us know. So for those who are seeing me for the first time, my name is Kris, Krzysztof Wojsław. I am an online educator. I've been working as a bridge designer for 10 years. Now I'm 100% focused on teaching other architects and engineers programming to have more fun at work. And so designers can become computational designers. Marcin is a professor, first of all, at NTNU, at the Norwegian University of Technology. He also has practical experience, works also as a senior structure engineer at Multiconsult in Norway, and he knows both C#, Python, Grasshopper, but he is really well known as a C# master, and every year his cathedra beats all the records when it comes to how many students wants to write master thesis with him. I don't know, how many students do you have right now, Marcin, writing master thesis about C#, Grasshopper, and computational design? Can you hear me?
Yeah, sorry, I lost you for a second.
No worries.
So, yeah.
I just ask you, how many students do you have this year writing with you master thesis about computational design?
Yeah, this year it's just done. It's kind of the, I would say, weak result. Normally I have around 15. But it's still average. It's around 15 students in the last years.
Mm-hmm.
But from many reasons we have. Yeah,
that's really great result. And together with Marcin and Sverre, we have a program called Programming in AEC.com, and we are happy to announce that in next month we are starting the 3rd edition. So for those who would like to learn programming and become limitless with programming in AEC, we will really invite you to sign up for the waiting list, because soon we are going to open the doors. All right, so let's start with today's session. We are going to build our Grasshopper plugin, and to do that we are going to use Visual Studio. Marcin sent instruction how to install version 2026. For those who are new with Rhino can be downloaded together with Grasshopper from official website. You can get a free license for 90 days. We created, when you register on our website, you will get all the instruction how to install everything. So that's it. Let's jump into step-by-step process, how to use ChatGPT, how to do faster coding, and how to create your first plugin. And today we are going to create plugin for IFC Export. That's right, Marcin? Maybe you can tell a little bit more what will be the outcome of today's session.
Well, the session, which will be around 2 hours, it's of course limited what we can do, but the idea is to generally have any kind of the BREP, which we are generating in Rhino or Grasshopper, and then fluently send it to the IFC as some kind of the IFC category or class. So we will try to do this kind of the stuff today.
Perfect. And now we can share your screen so we can start it right away.
Yeah. So I hope everything is ready now. So first thing, what do we need to do?
No, can you? Okay. Yeah, now we can see your screen, your desktop.
Yeah,
nice. Not this one, this one. Correct.
Okay. So, well, first thing what we need, or I will need to make it everything in order on my computer, is to create an empty folder in which I will be storing the codes, and somehow the outcomes from the codes which we'll be creating today. The next thing is to generally start Microsoft Visual Studio. Well, maybe I will just start it with you. I will recommend all of you, if you install it, to always run it as the administrator. So the reason is because generally we need to save the files on our C drive, and to run the Rhino from the Visual Studio, it's highly recommended to make it as the administrator. Well, since you don't have any former projects, or I think some of you doesn't, some of you maybe have, well, we will create a completely new project. We need first to say what kind of the template we need to use. So I will go for the Grasshopper. And here, don't click too fast, because if you will click too fast, you will maybe by accident click on the Visual Basic, or you will click on the Grasshopper 2 plugin. I will go for the classic Grasshopper assembly. For the purpose of today, I think it's fair enough. So I will double left click, and well, then the first important question, how we will call it. Well, I will call it maybe vibe coding. And I will put the year, so 2026. Maybe I will do some extra vibe codings this year, but till now it's the first one, at least recorded. Here he will open the Visual Studio will open the new Grasshopper add-on properties. All of those stuff we can change later. So I will not do it here. I will just click finish to, as fast as possible, go into the Visual Studio. So after choosing the Grasshopper assembly, I'm choosing completely default settings, and I'm opening the Visual Studio. Now, since this tutorial, or this recording, which we are generating right now, per definition should be for the people which have not so much experience in the coding, I will try to limit the explanation to the minimum and focus on the practical side of doing the codes and generally creating a plugin for the Rhino and Grasshopper. Well, the stuff which you see here, which are, I would say, dark orange color, it's the things which will be visible in the Rhino and the Grasshopper. So those are the names of the components. On the right side, you see the Solution Explorer, which is generally, how to say, window to your folder in which you are storing all of the codes for the coding. Which means that if you would like to have in your plugin not only one component, but several, like, for example, if you would like to have a component for building the BREP and deconstructing the BREP, then everything should be done here on the right side. You can add an extra component to work it with the first one. The important thing here is generally, maybe we should create some kind of the category. I will call it maybe a Kris course, and the subcategory will be vibe coding. Maybe I will add the year 2026. So this Kris course 2026 right now will be generally your own plugin in the Grasshopper. So let's try to see it if it's working. I will just click play on the Rhino 8 Netcore. So I'm clicking here in the top. The code is debugged. You see that the Visual Studio is starting to follow the process memory, and he's opening the Rhino. So I was not clicking anything to open the Rhino. It should automatically pop out, in your window. So now I can just close the default file, and the Grasshopper, it's opening. Well, the thing is that the Kris course 2026, it's already visible in my ribbon in the top ribbon. There is no icon yet, but in the vibe coding subcategory, we have the vibe coding component 2026. It has no inputs, it has no outputs, so it seems like everything what we have done, it's correct. Well, our task is right now to create some kind of the input and to create some kind of the output. Just to explain you briefly, we would like to have a brep here, and we would like to have here some kind of the string which will be connected to the panel, and it will be producing IFC code. Later, we will change it into automatic generation of the IFC file. So we would like to have brep, and we would like to have a panel here. So that's the task for at least next half hour, up to 1 hour. Okay, so I'm going back, clicking to go back to the Visual Studio. I will just stop debugging, so I will just completely stop running the code. I have the GitHub Copilot. Some of you have the free version. I think the GitHub Copilot, if you are installing recently the Visual Studio, should be there automatically installed. So everything should be here next to the Solution Explorer and the Git changes. The thing what you probably have a different, it's you don't have all of those types of the AI agents as me. So although the models, maybe I should use the nomenclature. Well, I like to use cloud, whatever version. It could be Opus 4.5. Probably if you don't have the cloud, you can use GPT 5.1 codecs. I would recommend you to use the higher version of the GPT with the codecs acronym. They are a little bit better when it comes to the coding. But anyway, today we will not be creating really super complicated architecture of the software. So well, the AI agent for our purposes, it's I would say secondary question. The most important is to start working with it. But before I will start work with it, I will show you generally what is the difference in between vibe coding, like we call it, and the normal coding. I was saying that I would like to have some kind of the input, the brep input. So normally, how I was doing it for many years, it was that I was typing pmanager.add. I was choosing the correct type of the parameter, and then I have to fill it with specific information. So, for example, I have to use gh_param_access.item if it should be single object, or it should be .list if it should be many of those objects. So first thing here is the name of the input, then the shortcut, and then the description. brep to be changed into IFC wall, for example, something like this. Well, in that case, if we have it, then this brep parameter will show up on the left side of our component. Now I would like to have in the line 38 the similar output, but with the list of strings, because I would like to have it as the list of the strings, because we will be placing there the IFC code. So I will ask the Copilot to do it for me. So for example, like this, let's be nice to the Copilot. I will just say hi. I'm not sure why, but let it be. In the line 38, add output for a list of strings. String is a text in C#, which will be the IFC code. So I will try something like this. Well, GitHub Copilot, it's now working. I can just try to see if it's correct or not. And as you can see, without adding any kind of the extra clicking, we see that he proposed me something. pmanager.add text parameter. I know that this is correct. If you are not familiar with the system, you can just believe me. Then he's putting three strings to make it as the name, and then he's proposing as the list type of the input. It's generally perfect. So only thing what I have to do is I have to click keep. In that case, he produced very nicely the output parameter. Well, this was a very small instruction, but already you see that it's working properly. And sometimes, of course, it can save a lot of time, but sometimes if you have a small changes to be done, I would say that for one line of the code, I can still do it faster than describing exactly the problem which I would like to do. Well, the thing is that in the solve instance protected override void method, because this is something which is called a method or a function. Actually, this is the main body of our component. So here I can make a simple instruction like 1 + 1 is equal to 2, or in our case, how to change the brep into the IFC file. So what I will do here is that I will use the Copilot again, and I will ask him to give me the IFC code generated from the input to the output. So I will write something like this. Could you make in solve instance the algorithm which will be changing brep from input into code, IFC code, for example, IFC wall category should be taken from brep geometry. Well, let's try and see. Well, the vibe coding, it's quite hard to repeat, meaning that if you are prompting in a little bit different way, you have own style. And also, obviously, we are all here from the different language environments. So the way how we are prompting has a quite great effect on the outcome. But let's say like this, the main important thing today is to catch the idea and also to catch how the vibe coding can be beneficial or maybe cannot be beneficial. And do we still have to know how to code? Well, he proposed kind of the decent code. It's around 150 or maybe 40 lines of the code. Well, I can just check the beginning because the brep equal to null. He's referencing to the object. This seems very correct. Then he's creating a list of the strings, which is also kind of the expected. So I can agree on that. The next thing is very IFC oriented stuff. And I will tell truly, I am not a great specialist in the IFC. Of course, I am using it like probably most of you, but I am like for the writing pure native IFC code, well, I would say maybe I am not the best person to check it. So what we have to do, we have to validate this code somehow. But before we will go for it, I will just keep the changes and I will run the Rhino because I want to see if it's generally at least compiling, at least starting the procedure.
In the meantime, maybe we can wait a little bit and answer some questions. We had some people had some problems. Run into a problem. The creating a project has finished grayed out. But already someone figured out that it was named with the file path name. So it shouldn't have any spaces. That's correct. And someone asks about also Visual Studio doesn't show the Grasshopper template. Which plugin do I need? But we have also...
This I generally explain quite detailed in the I think the movie which we sent to all of you. But just to let you know, you have to go into extensions and the manage extensions, and then you have to go for the Rhino, and you have to install the project templates for Rhino 3D. So
yeah, we have really great audience here. They already answered question, and you also need to restart Visual Studio after installing the extension.
Yes.
And definitely. One more question: how to connect Copilot? Is it as a default in 2026?
I think it is as a default because I just installed it and I didn't install anything extra. So supposed to work it, but of course it would be nice that you have the GitHub GitHub account. So GitHub Copilot is connected with the GitHub. So it's hard to me to say if you need to be logged in, because I always log in, but I think definitely it should be from default the whole, so you should not install anything extra. So.
And thanks for helping and be active and helping answering question. I really appreciate. Last one, Kris asked about recording of the live stream. Yeah, it will be available after registration. Okay, so we got something in Rhino and Grasshopper.
Yeah, so as you can see, we added an input and the output through, like the input was manually created by me, the output was created with already AI model. So let's try to work with it. So I just generated a random brep, so some kind of the box. I'm just bringing it into my brep container and connecting to my Vibe Code component 2026. Well, a good thing it's not turning orange or red. It seems like everything, at least it's performing good. Then I will just go for the panel and I will see the IFC code. Well, the IFC code looks also promising. And I will go from the beginning till the end. It seems like something which could be possibly an IFC file, but let's try to validate it. And to do it, I will just go for the Notepad or Notepad++. It's up to you which you want to, some kind of the Notepad. I will just copy the data from the panel. I will just paste it here. And I will just save it as IFC format. So I will go into my Vibe coding folder and I will just call it model1.ifc. Well, after this change, I should have in my folder and model1.ifc. The icon is correct, the file icon is correct, but well, let's try to see if it's working correctly. I will open the browser, whatever you are using. A very nice thing which has been done recently by Building Smart community. Building Smart IFC verification, I think it was called. Yeah, IFC validation service. So something like this, validate IFC now. You don't have to have any account there, I believe. Or if you have, well, then you can create it. You can just upload any kind of the IFC to see if it's properly done, like perfectly done with the newest standards. So I would just bring my IFC file, I would just upload and validate it. As you can see, I was testing it before, and I will tell you truly, even with the Vibe coding with the AI agents, no matter which AI agent I was using, it was never performing perfect from the first time. Well, this time we have a quite good luck because we have IFC schema already created properly, but the normative IFC rules, there is some mistake. So I will just click on those normative IFC rules, and I see there is specific problems with my IFC standard. And well, as I was saying, I'm not a huge specialist of the IFC, and that's also one of the reasons why we choose the IFC as the topic of today's lesson, because we have such kind of the tool like validation. If we don't have any kind of the validation of the code which we are doing, well, then normally you have to really spend a lot of time to figure it out what is wrong with the code. Unfortunately, in the domains like ours, like structural engineering, architecture, building engineering, relatively we have small size of databases and the forums on which you can find the help. So it's very nice that they create the Building Smart make this effort and create those kinds of the verification stuff, because right now I can just even make a print screen out of the error which I got. I can go back into the Copilot and I can just say, well, the code is working, but IFC got some issues. Check images, and I'm just with Control V pasting the errors which has been found in the IFC validation web page. Well, since I copied only two first one, I need to probably make also a print screen out of the next ones. So this is quite long one. Let's see if I can just copy it. And I will just quickly go back into the Copilot. Well, he's still doing edits. It's not surprised. I'm not surprised that it takes some time. You see, he's giving some global ID counter equal to 100. He's proposing a new integers numbers for the IDs of the objects. Well, I will just approve it. It's quite a big lines of the code. I would just say I found some extra mistakes. I will just paste the one print screen, and I will maybe go for the print screen of the two other mistakes. So let's see, those are a little bit shorter. So hopefully with those small changes, those two change, yeah. So those two pictures should cover the mistakes which has to be solved. Well, it would be nice to, of course, have those mistakes not as the image but as the code, but unfortunately the IFC validation stuff, it's not so easy to be copied. So that's why I use print screens. Nice that oh, he already applied the changes, so I will just keep the changes. Let's see. So he very nicely created an individual good number for my code. And well, if we apply the changes, I will just right now break it, and I will just click continue. Probably he will ask me, yeah, to rebuild it because I changed too much in the system. Not going into the details, I will just click stop. Unfortunately, from time to time, you have to completely rebuild your solution. I will just click build solution to see if there's any big mistakes, and very nicely we found something. So why this time I didn't click just play is because the play could be run only if the whole system is properly built. So if there are errors, and I see there are 3 errors, we can just click on some of them. We see that we have some problem with the string point list dot select. Probably he's missing a link queue database, like the library. So, but as I was promising to do as much as possible with the vibe coding, I will just right click here and click fix. As you can see, Copilot automatically starting investigating this issue on the right side of the screen. Let's see, you got this error because select method is a link-queue extension method that requires system.linkqueue namespace to be imported. Well, obviously, this is the missing part. I will just click here, apply. So this small line of the code should fix the issue. You see how the AI model is going through the system. Let's see. So he's asking me if I want to keep it. I will just keep it. So I will click tab to approve it. And now I will click build. Well, he succeeded, no errors. So this means I can run the code. I will run the code. The integration with the GitHub Copilot, it's extremely efficient when you are coding your own components in Grasshopper. It's uncomparable with, for example, using a classical ChatGPT in the browser and just copy pasting the files from there to here. But obviously this is also possible. Well, let's try if the code will work now. I will just create some random brep. I will just take the code, copy data only. I will just put it into the same file. I will just save it. And let's see, I generated right now, so it should be fine. I want to just revalidate it. So I want to go for one more validation to see if I fix all of the issues. Probably not. I don't think he will fix all of the issues. I will be shocked that he will already fix all, but this is how generally we have to do it until we will see the IFC model. Well, he even created more issues here, so something expected. I will just see first the normative IFC rules. He created 3 issues here, and also one with the IFC schema. Let's see how many of them. So, well, again, exactly the same thing. First, I will fix the IFC schema rule. So I will just copy it. I will just put it into the Copilot and say that, well, the code is working better, but still I see some mistakes. Please check the images. Well, I try to be as polite as possible, not because I'm afraid that terminators will come in some years and kill me because I was too harsh for the AI model. It's rather that I like to work in this way also with my partners in work, so I try to be as humble and polite as possible. Well, he's asking me about some changes which was given by the IFC validation, so I will just keep it. Let's see if he will find something more. And then next thing is to check the problems with the IFC rules. So let's see if I can copy it somehow with one print screen. Some more stuff. The longer I will be working with exactly the same chat in the Copilot, probably he will catch my ideas and the problems better. But obviously, from time to time, we have to restart the chatting and the issues. Well, he recognized them correctly, like the GEM 111, GEM 01, IFC 100.05. So he's trying to give me some changes. let's see. Well, what can we do? We can just break it for a second, click continue. The code is changed, so he applied the changes. I'm just copying this data. Right now I'm doing it a little bit manually, as you can see. In a second we will create an extra code which will be saving it as the IFC. The reason why I want to do it right now like this, because I want to control where the error is. If I would be very positive about the AI models, of course I could try to make it from the beginning with one big prompt and try to wait for the perfect solution. But I will tell you truly, it was never working until now. We can change this kind of the methodology at the end of this tutorial, or you can also check it by yourself. But yeah, let's try to see the IFC has been generated. I will go again into the IFC recognition of the file. I will again put here my model1 .ifc. I am waiting for at least 2 green marks, but you never know.
So, in the meantime, we have some questions, so maybe we can answer. Does this work with Visual Studio Code?
Very good question.
The whole workflow.
The Visual Studio Code I'm mostly using for Python coding. I was trying with C#, but still I think for the C# Visual Studio will be working much better. Well, I think the new Visual Studio Code, I don't want to lie, because I was using it half year ago, and there was a possibility to create the plugins, but not in such efficient way. It means that you couldn't break it, but you have to rebuild it always. So you were wasting some, I don't know, 20-40 seconds, and you have to open the Rhino a little bit more manually, but maybe something has changed. So at least for me, it's from my perspective and my knowledge until today, I would recommend you, if you are coding with the C#, to do it in Visual Studio, not Visual Studio Code. But the Visual Studio, it's really intensively developing, and I would not be shocked that it's already possible somehow. Well,
and it was question about the Python. Is it possible the same with Python?
No. Well, I don't think so. I mean, of course, you can do vibe coding with Python. I don't think there is any issue with that, but you cannot do fully integrated components and the plugins in Grasshopper. You can do it like Ladybug, to just save it as the Python codes, create your own Python environment there. Also but I would not recommend you to build the whole plugin in Python, because generally you will always lose some kind of the speed, because Rhino and Grasshopper, it's working, it's written in C#. So if you want to really create an efficient, good plugin, at least the main architecture should be in C#. So maybe
that's why 98% of Grasshopper plugins are C#. As you said, there are Ladybug and maybe just few, but most of them are C# based. Okay, let's continue.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm typing last problem, I hope, to the AI model, waiting for him to make the changes and generally analyze the issue. But hopefully soon we will be ready with our IFC model. Well, obviously the validation of the codes and what I'm doing it here is the most difficult part, or most time taking, when we are searching for the bugs, we are trying to keep it. Well, I already see here that he goes in a very nice direction, and I can judge it, because of course I was first of all testing the tutorial which I'm recording for you before, and also because I have some years of experience. So I already see that he's creating a mesh out of the brep, which is a very, very good strategy. And to be honest, the last time I was doing vibe coding to test it, the AI agent didn't catch this thing, and he was trying to use the bounding box to generate the geometry. And then all of the objects in the system were not actually oriented as they should. And I have to literally say that, well, you should change it into the mesh. Here he somehow figured it out. I will just keep it. Hopefully everything here it's okay. Probably some errors will show up, but yeah, he is asking us to stop it. Probably there is some issue. Let's see. ID sharp rep equal to ID plus plus. Let's try to fix it. So again, I am trying to use Copilot as much as possible during this session. Let's see how fast he will find the issue in my code. Hard to say if it's mine or his code, but well, at least still I am able to control what is happening here. It seems like he was putting here a quite dummy because just to let you know, some of you were asking about the Python, so maybe you don't have experience with the C#. At the end of each line in C#, you have to have a semicolon. But this semicolon has shown up after the text text creation has appeared. So in that sense, this string, this semicolon is not anymore a semicolon, it's just a string, a text. So adding extra apostrophe and the bracket and the semicolon will solve the issue. So definitely he should keep his proposal of the solution. And I will click build. Well, now no issues at all. I will click play. So as you can see, also those using output and fixing the mistakes with the Copilot, it's extremely efficient sometimes. I will not lie to you, in more complicated codes, very often he's proposing wrong solutions, but still in the and I think he will be better and better because he is better and better. And the next thing is that the more you are working with it, the more you know what you can expect, and the more you know how to push him to give you some better solution. But also the second thing is that I don't think a person without any C# coding skills can really code even with the AI models, but maybe this will change as well. Maybe I will have to change the job soon as well. Well, let's go and check the file. I'm saving it. Hopefully this is the last time when I'm validating it, really. Even if it will not be fully perfect, I think we can try to preview it. So I will just take this IFC. Sorry for that. I was too fast in dragging and dropping the file. Also, you can see that first time when we were pushing it here, it was around 2 kilobytes. After some iteration, it has 4.8 kilobytes to make it accurate into the step syntax, IFC schema, and the normative IFC rules. So hopefully soon we'll have a perfect file. Well, not, but let's see the IFC schema, chord list, one last mistake. I will just check how important it is, but I think I have to fix at least this one. So
no worries. Take your time. We can answer some questions in the meantime. So take the bugger again.
Yeah.
At least they are not that. At least they are not that long as before.
Yeah, it's yeah, but also this is something which is extremely efficient, that you have this IFC validation, because without this validation you cannot really talk with the Copilot what is wrong when you are using new types of the IPIs. You already can see here that probably if you are very skilled in the IFC, maybe you could make the prompts better. I will just fix the issues, but the better you are and generally why it is so important right now, why I don't want to go into more complicated geometry or more complicated IFC file, because if we will not fix everything here, then we will have a constant problem with this IFC file, and we cannot move further. So I am very, very negative to the people who think that the AI agents can right now, with its own stage of the knowledge, push a perfect code from the beginning till the end. So it's even, I think, very positive that you see how many mistakes it's appearing, although I am, of course, asking him to do the perfect IFC code, but he's not succeeding in achieving this perfect IFC format. Obviously, he's connected into internet and he has all of the available IFC formats. So in my opinion, with the, at least how it is sold right now, that the AI can do almost everything for you, well, it is showing that it is as good as anyway the validation and the project which you have to do.
And we have a good comment to that. The one Richard said, though vibe coding is handy in production code quickly, knowing how to code is beneficial in guiding and prompting the AI correctly. And this is also I think outcome of this session, that even though code, as Marcin said, can produce really quickly, really great, you have to validate and check it at the end. So like programming basics are really necessary here. The one Richard also mentioned, hot reloader C# component. Have you tested, Marcin? He just wrote that there is no need to break and restart the debugger in order to test new changes to the code. This is also avoids the restarting of Rhino Grasshopper. And
well, I don't know if it's because of the project which actually I was testing it on, because it was quite decent project. But in my case, it didn't work so good with this hot reloader. With the small plugins like we are doing right now, it is working perfectly. But on the bigger projects, when I have to communicate with the different really individually or made by me libraries, I was not satisfied. But this hot reloaded, I saw it, and we tried to apply it, but we go back into the classic way of doing it, like I am showing it right now. But on the beginning, when you're doing small plugins completely inside Rhino and Grasshopper, like for example, you want to create some algorithm to proceed with the geometrical objects from Grasshopper and produce new types of the Grasshopper objects, that's fine. Let's say that, for example, you would like to create a model of the Bureau building. We have a full success, 3 green marks, so I would like to go a little bit forward instead of exchanging the pictures with the AI model. One more thing, I want to check if the IFC geometry it's done correctly. I would just sign in into the Autodesk viewer. If you have Solibri, Revit, or something, you can just open it there. I will use the. Oh my gosh! Give me a second. I will just. I forget about this two-step verification now. So I will just wait a second.
And in the meantime, Stian suggested, can you give Copilot a link to building smart documentation for IFC to help it avoid problems? I think like Copilot should supposed to know and have access, but maybe it will be easier or not. Marcin, has you tested just to give direct links and learn it before?
Yeah, well, of course you can do it, something like that. And generally, the way how this tutorial is built right now, it's rather to show one way of the strategy of the creating vibe coding. Alternatively, of course, very often I am even putting the whole repositories. So I'm just, on your C drive, whenever you have the your repo. So repo, it's a folder with the code somewhere in your C drive. You have all of the plugins which have been done by me, like for example on my drive, obviously. So sometimes I'm just dropping some of the files and asking him to analyze it. I am sending him the links to the articles how to solve the issue. So definitely this is something which maybe can be done. Hard to say, but the strategies for talking with the AI agent and generally to create the codes, it's kind of the plenty. Let's see. Finally,
Yeah, it's becoming a new topic, and even maybe some studies are starting how to communicate and with AI agents, and it's really quickly changes every single new edition of the new AI agent.
Well, yeah, that's true. And also, I think Cloud it's extremely good at this. With the GPT, I think the more data you give him, it's not always necessarily a positive thing. Sometimes, especially recently in the last couple of months, I see that when I'm using the GPT engines, very often I have to restart the chat and clean a little bit the memory, move back, say to him, just try to rethink it from scratch. Cloud, it's quite good when you have a lot of files that your plugin is growing. You have a lot of different libraries. Then he's still trying to be consistent. Well, what we can see here is generally the geometry which we also see in our Rhino and the Grasshopper. So the next thing it would be to make our code a little bit nicer, not to have to copy this list of strings. This generally the list of from the panel. I would like to have something which will automatically produce the IFC code. So to do that, I will just stop debugging for a second. I want to work with the Copilot and ask him to do a couple of things. First thing is definitely I want to have a production of the IFC file in the specific folder. So please make me one more input. The input should be file path for the IFC file, which will be automatically created when I am adding new preps. The second thing is that the prep input should now be using not only one, but a list of possible preps. Apply those changes in the main. He didn't make a method for it. In the main solve instance. We will see how he will manage to fix it. Well, the code right now it's pretty ugly. That's why I was a little bit complaining a second ago that he created everything in one row list. I would like to have it rather as the separated method. So I will ask him to clean the code a little bit in a second. But first, let's try to adjust the inputs and the outputs. Well, when he's trying to fix it, we can try to analyze, or I will just, he already fix it. So I'll just keep the changes. Let's see, he added the first text parameter, file path, so it looks completely okay. Also, what is important, he changed the item into the list. This change will affect the new type of the variable to be created, because previously it was just a single brep, and then he could use the reference keywords. So I see that he really good change all of those stuff. Now I am interested if he really actually is changing from the brep into the breps. So he create a nice loop, and for each of the brep, he's creating one mesh, create from brep. Well, hopefully this can really work. At least the main parts of it is there. I'll just build to see if there is any warnings, and I'll just run the Rhino. Let's see. I will also just test it with some breps. The file path. Select maybe existing file path. I will just go into my where is my vibe coding stuff? Model 1 IFC. Let's open it. IFC code. Well, I don't have to. I'm just checking if he produced it, but generally you should here we should see that it's already created. Yeah, 3 o'clock almost. So the only thing which I have to do right now is I have to move back into the viewer, and I would like to bring my upload new file, and I want to bring my IFC here. Let's see. Hopefully this will work in a second or two. So is it exactly the same? I believe they are a little bit farther from each other. So one problem here, but probably he's using a new coordination systems for each of the objects, and we have to say to him, use one global coordination system for all of the objects. Let's try to see it in the code. I will just pause it for a second. So, I should use the vibe coding. I should use the AI model to do it. So, the code works very well, but I see that the objects in IFC are using different coordination system. They are a bit too far from each others. Let's see. Probably, I know this issue from before, so I'm quite sure he will fix it. But as you can see, still after some time, okay, so he's using millimeters, he's changing it to, okay, so he figured out that those are meters. That's also one other issue which I thought it will be, but he has right. If it's if the distance is a little bit bigger, then probably this was the problem. So I'm just clicking recompute. I'm just opening the viewer. I'm just uploading a new IFC file, and let's see. Well, still too far away. So let's try to push him a bit more. I will just check if he was using the newest file. So I will go back into Visual Studio. Well, the problem is still there. The objects are I don't want to give him a tip maybe too much, but the problems are probably using wrong or in the visual coordination system. Maybe you are using locals, local generated systems instead of one single global. Let's give him a second. Yeah, oh, here it is. So exactly this error I was looking for. I was mentioning to you before that, well, it's nice that he's using a meshing, because meshing, previously when I was trying to work with this with the AI agent, I had a quite big issue because he was constantly trying to push my solution into using a bounding box. And by this using the Cartesian points. Now I see he was still using it. So now probably this will be the fix of our issues. I'll just break it and play it again. So after this small change, I can rebuild my IFC file 5 after 3. This is exactly the file which I want to use. And let's see. All those small issues which are making all this, but let's see if it's yeah, now it's much better. So what we can see actually here is that we create objects. We can just create a model browser. We see that we have the IFC side, building, story, wall, and then we have 3 types of the walls objects. So we created quite nice stuff. We created any kind of the BREP object, more like a wall system, and then we will try to create it maybe a little bit more complicated. I would like to have one input for the BREP walls, one for the BREP floors or slabs, and by this we would like to also create IFC wall and the IFC slab in the system. So I will go back into the coding, and unfortunately I will just stop debugging right now. I don't want to just break it, and I want to, because I want to apply a little bit bigger changes. I want to go also outside of the main instance of the class. I want to create some kind of the methods. Well, the main code is working very good. I want to make some changes. I would like to have one more input, also a list of BREPs, but this time for slabs. Also, I want to have an IFC code adjusted to it. So BREP slabs are IFC, I don't remember if it's floor or slab, IFC slab category, I believe. So Yeah, and maybe one more thing. I would like to have one more output, and this should be warning, or not warning, but it should be information when the IFC is created, generated, and saved in specific folder. So generally, when I will be right now adding the breps, I would like it to work in that way that he is giving me the information, well, the IFC is created correctly or not. Probably he will need a little bit more time right now because the changes, although it's just changes of working code, the actually correcting of the code can take him a little bit more time. Okay, here we have a slabs. Very good, exactly this I wanted to have. He also gave me one more output and information. And then let's see, I'm just interested how he is saving it as the breps in breps. Okay, so how he, okay, so the next part he didn't solve at all. So I will ask him to add it again, because you see he still have the list breps, and then so I would just ask him, but in the line 52, I see you are just referring to one get data list. So in fact, it's not 52, it's 55, but he will probably spot it. Get data list. I need second input with slabs. Maybe he added it somewhere else, but I don't see it. So yeah, so he created the slabs. Good. Get data one reference file path. This is actually, yes, this is true. But still, he didn't make the code, which I was asking him to. He's working only on the, so, but where is the code, which is, oh, here it goes. So he didn't finish it, sorry. Walls, slabs, IDs. He's going through the breps, but still he is not going into the slabs, I believe. Where is the code which is generating IFC slab or floor from brep slabs? Hopefully he will fix it right now. Okay, he's file line 198. Okay, so he moved it. Okay, sorry, he did it, but he did it after the first loop. Good. This means that I don't have to change it. I can just run it. And probably right now we will have the plugin working quite well. If the code is working as predicted, let's see. We will have 2 inputs and 1 file path. I will go for the file path. Sorry. So I will choose my IFC file. What I will do, I will also create some prereps, maybe different for the I want to maybe just see if those will be the slabs, set multiply, and those two will be my prereps. I should change it to the walls name, but let it be. Let's check the new output, which will be the information. And file created successfully. 2 walls, 2 slabs. Well, makes sense. Let's try to just validate it. I will just upload it here, and let's try to check if everything is working well. Yeah, seems to work correctly, so I think we can just believe that even for more of the objects, it would working as well good. Right now, let's try to, I will just save this Grasshopper file, brep to IFC, and I will just save it. Well, in that case, we have, let's say, 90% of the code ready. We are generating the IFC files. We know also how to add the new categories, or the AI model know how to do it. So the next thing, what I would like to do, I would like to create generally a system in which he will try to automatically recognize if the brep is a slab or it is a wall. So let's say like this. I don't want to modify this code. I want to create a new type of the component. So I want to create a second component. And in this case, unfortunately, I have to click stop debugging. I cannot just break it because I will be modifying deeply the architecture of the whole plugin. So in that case, I need to add the new component. I will show you how to do it. Manually. I was searching for the word how to say it, not with the AI. So manually, I will go for the component, add component. So I'm right clicking on the vibe coding, and then I will search for my Rhino empty Grasshopper component. Just be sure that you're using C# and not for the Grasshopper 2. And I will call it vibe coding 2026 second item. So this second item, as you can see, it has the vibe coding 2026 item, nickname, description, category, and the subcategory. This time I will try to make it a little bit even more with the Copilot. I will tell him like this. Inside, I'll just copy the name. And to make a similar component like before, just I want to have one single or maybe one single input for all of the prereps. The algorithm should recognize if it is more like a wall or more like a slab. And I could stop here and try to see how he will react to that. Of course, my first my first thought would be to give him, okay, just try to recognize it by, for example, the bounding box and the size in the vertical direction, because this is normally the thing. The slabs are quite thin in the vertical direction, so they are quite small in the Z direction, when the walls are quite high, so they have quite decent number of the bounding box in the Z direction. But let's try if he will figure it out by himself. So I will just do it like this, and let's see how far he will go in changing small details of the component. Obviously, as somebody mentioned, the better the prompt, the more links to what I will want to actually do, the better for you. But on the other side, I want to show also here how step by step you can build such kind of the component. And obviously there are many strategies, some of them are better or worse. I'm also sometimes like considering what is the best strategy actually for the components and the algorithms and the programs which I am developing. But here I am coding for around an hour till now, so he should have quite nice database of the prompts, and he should be able to make it quite well. Although yeah, nice. So this is something which I was also waiting for. He automatically recognized that we are in the category Kris course 2026 vibe coding. We have automatically given breps and the file path. I like to have the output, so he didn't give it right now. So this I am definitely keeping. Let's see. He will propose something more. Let's see. Okay, but now we have to, I think, where is the second part of the code? So let's see. In the solve instance, I also would like to have output like in the first component. Yeah, well, it's for the tutors like me right now. I think it's quite problematic to wait for this response, because very often you know, when you are coding normally, like manually, let's call it like this, then you always have to explain something. Here I'm just waiting and I'm observing if actually the code which he did is correct or not. Okay, finally he created the code. He add the system.linQ. Nice, because probably then he's using some select or organize. Well, the thing is that the brep here, he's trying to judge brep walls. If is wall brep, let's see how this if is wall he create. Is wall, he's using a bounding box, and very nicely. So he fixed if the height is bigger than the horizontal, bigger than 1.2, well, maybe it will work. Then this is a wall. If it's not a wall, then he assumed that this will be the slab. Let's try. Let's keep it. Let's try to run it. Maybe I should build it first, but no warnings here. So right now what we have, it's actually, I can just use the brep to IFC, close, yeah. Sorry, it's my old code. I should not open it. Let's see. So right now we have two, IFC Auto Classifier and the Vibe Coding Component 2026. So this you recognize. This is the new one. So we have breps and the file path. Let's try to use this one this time. So as I was saying, it should automatically recognize what is what. So let's try. Let's give him maybe also something here. brep. Those breps will come here. File path. Select the one existing. Well, I will choose this one. Oh, nice. So he has some issues. Output parameters index 0 too high or too low for component IFC auto classifier. Good. This means generally, or I can take a look if the code was. Oh, it doesn't have. Okay, let's see. Let's see my vibe coding. 1524. This is exactly what I want to see. So I will just bring it here.
There is a question. Do we have to restart every we update the code?
Not every time. Maybe that's just I will just check in the model browser if it's done correctly. Just give me a second and I will come back to explanation. So we see that although it looks he exported, then the slab and the wall, everything is slab here. So the code, it's unfortunately not working exactly like I would like it to be. But now the explanation about the breaking and how breaking or just stop debugging. The rule is that whenever you're adding a new component in, if you will, right now I can just break it. So the Rhino and Grasshopper, it's not closed. It's still working in the, or it's not. It's in the pause mode. Let's so call it. Then if I will go in the Solution Explorer, right now I see, for example, one component and the second component which has been generated. I can modify them, but I cannot in this stage add a new type of the component, for example, or I cannot change the classes. It's pretty basic tutorial, so I don't want to go into the class definition and how you should create them. But to answer shortly on this also a short question, but which could be really long, then not always you have to break. If you are making small changes, you can just break it and click continue inside of the solve instance. Whenever you are going to add a new component, then you have to rebuild the whole plugin. So you first have stop and then rerun it again. And I think with the hot reloading, it will be exactly the same very often. Although it will work a little bit better, I think, but still it will have some issues, especially if you're using external libraries. The thing is that I will just try to quickly fix the issue. I will just stop it right now. I'm stopping it just because whenever I am using the Copilot and I am applying some changes or the reason why I stop it right now, it's actually because of the warnings which I have when I was getting from the ribbon to the Canva the new type of the component. He was saying he still remembers some kinds of the older type outputs. I want to get rid of it, so I want to rebuild the whole solution. Now, the thing is that I want to fix the quite simple if wall thing. Let's see if it's this one. Yeah, is wall bounding box. I will type like this. The algorithm works, but everything is a slab. So check is wall method. Let's see, return the height. Okay, he's proposing minimum from the width and depth, and he's returning high with a little bit bigger horizontal difference. Well, to be honest, I still think it will not work perfectly. I think he should really, the depth he's doing in Y. I would just ask him to not, because I want to slowly get into the fully functioning code. Or maybe we can try something like this. Height is bigger than the horizontal minimum. Okay, maybe it will work, in fact. Let's try. I could save the Rhino file, or in I will connect the file path. And let's go for the Model 1 IFC. Oh, this is something which I thought I will fix. Let's show me the code. It seems like he's still... Oh, okay, now I see. This is actually the mistake which he has done. He is putting the DA set data list, the IFC code, and the DA set data 1, info, but he never create, I believe, here any output parameter. So he's referencing to something which doesn't exist. Well, quick fix for it. I will just comment it out in break mode. It's not affecting on the... he's asking me to stop it because he's... so I can then just tell to him line 267 7 and 277 268 is referring to non-existing outputs. Well, this is a tricky part because until you will not run the Rhino and Grasshopper, you will not see that this is a mistake. So you need these two lines of the code and then just keep it. Should be perfect now. Now, finally, We should have it. Hopefully also the code will work as it should. Set multiply breps. The file path. The model is generated. The file we can take a look on. Hopefully they have correct categories, IFC categories.
And this process can be really surprising for those who have been following AI and heard all the crazy news what AI can do, and seeing in the live session how many back and forth and misunderstanding and how many programming knowledge you need to have in order to program this. This can be surprising for many.
Yeah, if we are going into like a discussion part, because slowly the code is finished, I hope he will succeed with this. But generally, the thing is that the coding for the IFC we choose by purpose, because the IFC format, although you can think, yeah, it's a standard for all of the world, you have a lot of IFC files. When the IFC 4 has been released not so far away from now, not so much time ago, the other thing is that the IFC 5 it's slowly coming. So let's see, I hope he managed to do it. If there are still two slabs. Oh, okay, then there is a wall and a slab. So lastly, if we have this thing working, then we can just try to make it a little bit more complex in the geometrical point of view. So I will just I'll just click continue. He's saying that he doesn't have any inputs. I will just give him a geometry pipeline, maybe, just to maybe visualize what actually you can do with this kind of the system. So in this case, let's say that I will just create some kind of the walls in the system. So I will just take it. Let's say I would like to explode it. I would like to offset the curve, let's say by some specific let's say 0.2. Let's say it will be in meters. Then I can just loft it. Few things. I would just make it more visible. I would just type curve. And right now, as you can see, they are lofted. Then I can just extrude it by specific distance. I don't know, 4.2 maybe. Some kind of the height. Of course, it should be the vector, sorry. So we generally have the walls. Let's see if I can just create some more of them. So those are the B-reps. Right now they are already in the, I'll just flatten them. They are already in the as the IFC, but we want to create as well some kind of the slabs. So let's say I will just use the slabs, draw it manually to not spend too much time on just generating the geometry. And let's say that I will just move it with specific series of the vectors in the z direction. So let's say I would like to have this 4.2 as the step. So this one plus I just need to flatten it. Yeah. So this I have to graft. And I lost the BREP, so I have to just take it from here. Yeah, something like this. Let's bring it here. The file, let's check it. So upload. And let's wait a second. We will see if the IFC is generated properly or not. Again, this Autodesk IFC viewer, maybe it's not the fastest. Maybe I should use a different one. I don't care. In fact, it's just that it's free. So, when it comes to the discussion about okay, how we could build this tutorial and how we could sell the vibe coding, well, I could choose a topic which is generally purely inside the Grasshopper. So let's say I would like to use vibe coding to generate the geometry inside the Rhino and Grasshopper without going to some different type of the format like IFC. Then it will be definitely much easier than actually what we have done right now. Well, you see that the code is working. We struggle a lot on the beginning to make it fully compatible with the new IFC standard, but somehow we succeed. Right now, any type of the BREP, we also create some kind of the differentiation between the BREP's walls and floors. And in fact, this part of the code was working quite well, meaning that he created very fast. I didn't have to break the code. I could create a lot of those kinds of the codes automatically with the AI model. But we wanted to show something practical. If you want to see something practical, then to make it work, for example, with IFC, or for example, let's say we would like to create a component which is connecting this BREPs with automatically generation of the model for the Caramba or for the FEM design or for the robot FEM software or for the Revit, for example, with some so something like Rhino inside, for example, then it's definitely possible, but you will have a similar problems as we have right now with the formatting properly the outcome, so the output, the version, if it should be correct or not, because generally here we even, let's say, go easy with the topic of the of this session, because the IFC has this IFC validation, and that's something which was really helping us on the beginning. The vibe coding in itself inside the Rhino and Grasshopper only for the Rhino and Grasshopper, so only for creating like this differentiation between if it's a wall or is it a slab. This works perfectly, and I think you don't need to spend so much time on the debugging and stuff like that. But I think it would be not honest. The real issues you will have when you want to create something practical, something which is using the formats which are in our AEC sector. So that's why I think showing it that it's not working perfectly, it's completely honest and completely how it should be solved. Right now, the AI models of course, they are helping a lot. Like we produce today around 400 lines of codes here, and 300, let's say 600 lines of the code. And I was not scripting at all, almost. I just create line 1 of the code on the beginning, and that was the only thing which I was literally coding. Is just Kris, are there any questions? Should we show something more, or?
Yeah, we can go to Q&A session. We still have like 18 minutes to the end. Thanks for this great presentation. That was really great stuff. I learned also a lot. And maybe after, like, if you set up everything, so now if someone would like to add new stuff to this IFC component, so it will be easier and easier. So maybe, as always, beginning first step is the worst one, and maybe it's easier to start. Maybe it's also like, also someone wrote a comment that starting a new chat with a better initial prompt using the improved context helps keep the AI focused. Maybe giving IFC context at the start that, okay, I would like to resolve something like this, then starting from the start could help. I don't know. Maybe it can be beneficial.
It can be, but I think the problems will anyway appear. I'm quite sure it will appear, even if you would give him the really strict IFC format, which he should use, like the IPI of the newest IFC. I think he would be hallucinating at some stage and trying to create a new type of the methods which never exist, or the schematic which never exist. Also, if you didn't train the model locally, he always have the access to the web, so he can really use the older formats of the IFC and mix them with the new ones, and then you are finishing anyway with some mistakes. So that's also the reason. Well, I'm still maybe from this old school when I still want to control the machine, not that the machine is controlling me. In that saying, by that saying, I think doing it step by step, first creating a prompt for general architecture of the software, then going into the format, correcting the format. This is a little bit easier to control, and also easier to work with. So we definitely don't want to have a situation, especially in the structural engineering and in the engineering, when we have a black box, because after all, the responsibility will never be on the on the people from California. It will be here on us. So if the responsibility is on us, then it's better to be able to control what we are actually doing.
We are in 4 weeks. We are going to have a great session together with Sarah and Marcin about risk when it comes to AI, when it's the best assistant and when actually can be the risk for your work. So just follow and stay updated, and I will send more details. Right now we have really good question that we can answer. How long might it take to learn these tools as a beginner working towards master degree in structural engineering? And I think it's a great question. Marcin is a professor at the university, and this is his work, teaching students. And maybe we can also show that we are teaching this kind of skills that Marcin just brought up and show us today. And as your experience, Marcin, shows that are you starting also at the university with Grasshopper as a visual programming set? You are not just starting with C#, let's say. How the road looks like at the Norwegian university?
I have to say that some years ago, we already introduced obligatory Python courses for the students at the second year. I am teaching mostly on the 5th year. So I already see that if students don't use it for 3 years, they start to forget the concept of the programming. And then visual programming, it's really eye-opening thing, because the Python coding, people at my university are teaching, or the people who are teaching are from the programming, so they don't know so much about the visual coding and how we actually are doing using the programming. So they are using just the for loop methods, maybe some classes, and then you're a little bit outside of this knowledge for the next 3 years. Then you are coming back in the 5th year, and I'm always starting with visual programming, and I think it's always the best start, especially in our discipline, because anyway, everything what we are doing, even if we are doing a numerical stuff, at the end it will be a drawing. It will be some kind of the to
or
understand
3D
how
model
the
or 3D model.
yeah, but also it could be just if you want to understand, even if you are a structural engineer, pure structural engineer, you want to at some point see the deformation of the system. In the finite element model, the first check what you are doing, it's always the deformation, because you want to see if the model is consistent or not. It's visual programming. It's giving you really high, and I think I'm teaching more than 10 years from now, and I see the progress for the students who have the access to the visual effects of the code very quickly. It's really, first of all, motivating, and the second, the general progress of understanding the code which you are doing when you can visualize it quite fast. It's much better. So visual programming is a very good start. The softwares like Rhino, Grasshopper, but Dynamo, or I think there is something in Bentley systems.
Generative components, right?
So something like that, yeah.
Because with the visual programming, and especially Grasshopper, you can grab really fast context. Whatever, if you are working with Tekla, with Revit, with Archicad, with finite element software, you can use it daily. And I think this is the most beneficial part. As you said, when you're starting with Python and you are learning, especially Python for like IT to become IT developer, so it's like different pair of shoes. So this is what we are teaching in our programming in AEC.com. So this is program that is specified for architects and engineers. So we are starting with Grasshopper to build the confidence in visual programming, connect with your software. And then we are teaching both C#, and first we are teaching how to use into Grasshopper environment, or environment that you already know, or is it Python? And then we are going outside Grasshopper ecosystem when you build that confidence. So it's like a step-by-step process, and we experienced that our students like this way of teaching and really like step-by-step process, and no just go dive into Visual Studio, black table, just writing a text. It can be demotivating.
Yeah.
And how long can it take? What is your experience, Marcin?
It's a very tricky question. Like, it's depending on the student, it's depending on the task, it's depending on so many factors. But normally we see that 1 semester, so around half year, it's fair enough to get the basics. If you want to be really good at it, then probably you need around 1 to 2 years to be really fluent. But of course, when you're asking about the master thesis, some time ago I was just trying to make it in 1 semester, but right now we are already giving the Grasshopper course 1 year before the master thesis, and the quality of the master thesis go up. So I think 1 year it's something which should be fine to have a decent master thesis.
In our programming in AAC, where we teach fundamentals for Scratch, so usually we say that it's an weeks of intensive learning for Grasshopper, 8 weeks for C#, and 8 weeks for Python. And it's for the fundamentals. And of course, you have to train it after. So it's not like you just go through the training and you know everything. It's a little bit longer process. And in 2 weeks, we are continuing our Learn Grasshopper live session. I'm going to invite another teacher from programming in IFC, Sfera. Sfera is responsible for Python, and he is going to conduct a session about Python 3 in Grasshopper. So in this one, we are going to go beyond visual programming, and we are going to explain how to use Python inside Grasshopper. So as you can see, we are teaching step-by-step process how to gradually become better. If there are some more questions, there are just for 8 minutes to go, so we can answer some of the questions. Could there be a point in the future where, due to rapid advancement of AI, developing plugins is not longer necessary? Okay, so we are opening our crystal ball. And Marcin, what do you say? At the start, in one point of this session, you said that maybe in the future you have to look for new job. And yeah, you smiled when you talked like that, because I don't think so. It's not that future that you missed your professor position, and people still has to go to university, I think.
But saying it hush a little bit to the AI advertisements, which how the AI is sold to us right now, and how actually it is used. I was also mentioning, and we were mentioning, the responsibility. And the thing is that we will always need the engineers, and I think we will also need the programmers. Maybe the way of how we work will change, and it's already changing, as you could see from this session with the vibe coding. But after all, I don't believe that in the next 20, maybe 40 years, we will give the full responsibility to the AI algorithms. When it comes to the question purely about the plugins, and if creation of the plugins will not be necessary, well, I don't think so, because the question is always about the money here as well. Who will earn from this solution that AI will do everything for us? If we will have such kind of the philosophical question, if we will state such kind of the philosophical question, then obviously most of the jobs in the world will disappear. So until we are working in the structural engineering and engineering architecture and so on, I think the new ways of the design methods will be developed through the plugins. I strongly believe that in the next 20 years we will not have less but more plugins generated, because already you see, like, there is a lot of IFC exporters in the market which you can buy. Like there was this Visual Arc, there was this Geometry Gym. Yeah. So right now I show you how to create a very simple stuff, but it's generally producing the IFC. And we were giving a course 2 years ago to the Statens Vegvesen, which is the biggest road directory company in Norway. And after the course with us, they stopped producing the IFC through the software, but they start to produce the IFC directly from Grasshopper, and they were just that they create their own plugins in their own company. So I rather think that the companies will develop more plugins towards, and it will be very individual, but I don't think they will share it in such sense that there will be one AI brain which will do all of the stuff for us. From many reasons, also from the money perspective, this is not exactly what we want to do as the market.
This is a really great point. Maybe software providers, software vendors has to think more about it, since more and more people going to produce their own software. So maybe engineers will have more work, but maybe software providers will have less. I don't know.
I think somehow they are also thinking, because we see like huge amount of the plugins which are generated for example, finite element softwares, like the FM Designer released their own plugin for the Grasshopper. Sophistic has its own plugin developed for the last years. Karamba is developing constantly. So I think the market will be just bigger, and I don't think it will be unified enough to think that AI will do everything for it. It's hard to me to imagine, because there will be quite big oppose from the vendors of the companies, and I don't see actually a benefits for them to do something like that. The society, maybe I can agree.
OpenClaw is a recent hot. Have you heard about it? Will it help speed up the development of Grasshopper component?
I heard about it, but I didn't test it, so I will not say anything about it. But I heard, yeah. Just also when I was preparing for this, I was checking all of those stuff, and I saw the OpenClaw. But well, I am very satisfied with the cloud, and maybe this is the reason, because I am coding for the last more than 10 years, 15 years, in fact, for Grasshopper. So I also have my own stuff, habits, and I do it in my own way, but I will test it.
Okay. Thank you very much, Marcin. It was really great session. We are going to send all the recording and materials. Maybe, Marcin, you can just send me over the files you produce so we can share with our followers. And as always, I really recommend to join a 1 hour program. We will start recruitment in 4 weeks. So really looking forward to that one. Marcin, thank you very much for your time. Please save your leg. So Kris, please write more. Do not walk that much for your injury. And yeah, hope let's stay in touch. And in 4 weeks, we are going to have great opening with when we are going to talk about when AI is a risk and where AI is a best assistant. As we today agreed, it's a really great assistant for coding, but you have to know programming. So it's not like you are engineers will not have to learn programming, at least for now. To be in front, you have to know at least basics, foundations.
Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Bye bye.